Well, I've been looking forward to this for some months. And really moved by Jan's reading. I mean, it's the tradition that they say is hard act to follow. It truly is. Can you hear me okay about that?
Right, Robert, lift that up. Yeah, because you're totally much taller than Jan.
How's that?
John?
Yes, you can continue talking.
Okay. For me, I know I'm really getting something out of a poetry reading when I'm following every single line, every single word, every single phrase. In a good reading, I might get this 3 or 4 times, but with Jan's reading today, I got every line. And it's not my skill, it's just her material. And I want to thank Maria, and I want to thank the people who were in my workshop today. So I'll be reading from 2 works. One will be the Newman Selected Poems, the Red End Press book, and then a manuscript that I'm just now completing called Unleashed. Can you hear me in the back? Yeah, good. So the new book is going to be called Unleashed, The Dogs in My Life. And as an epigraph, what does it mean to be a dog in 21st century America? 15,000 years after these animals, a subspecies of the gray wolf, first began to be domesticated. I'm a lover of dogs, and it amazes me to think that, poodles, Shih Tzus, German Shepherds, all derive from one particular animal, and that was the wolf. There's a few lines from Marianne Moore, which I've never forgotten. America, where there are no proofreaders, no silkworms, no digressions, the wild man's land, grassless, linkless, languageless country in which letters are written not in Spanish, not in Greek, not in Latin, not in shorthand, but in plain American, which cats and dogs can read. And that's what I aspire to do. So I have a dog narrator, a dog persona, and the dog is called Shelby, it's a real dog. And its poem is called In a World of No. Kafka writes, all that I cared for was the race of dogs, that and nothing else. To whom but dogs can one appeal in the wide and empty world? And the dog talks. In a world of no, dogs are a yes. 68 million dogs in America, and they understand there's a fundamental human reaction to everything, and it's no. No. Brr. Dogs hate hearing shit like that. People, it's all no, and no, and no. They look at a dog sometimes, and a dog is on its back, say, on someone's lawn, legs in the air, rolling and bouncing. This is the hand I was dealt. I'm a dog, says the dog. It's not a problem. But people, look at me. I don't have time for this, you're thinking? Something better is going to come later? No, it won't. Ram Dass says, this is all there is. This is all you get. All knowledge, the totality of all questions and answers is contained in the dog. You know who said that? Kafka. That's right, Kafka. Bow wow, bow wow, bow wow, bow wow, now. Another in the voice of Shelby, the world according to Shelby. The dog says, now shut up and let me bark. For starters, food has a way of anchoring thought. I'll tell you that. The stomach and the heart, they're the same things. But I want to know, after 10,000 years of domestication, what does it mean to be a dog anymore? Of course, 90% of our genetic makeup is the same as yours. I read shit like that. You think I need what? An interspecies relationship? Give me a bow, give me a wow, give me a bow wow wow. Remember, your woof woof is connected to your bow wow. Be cool, love like war. Winner is who stays longer. Sometimes it's just good to hang out with your own kind. And this is Shelby on the purpose of dogs. It's about 6 or 7 lines. Charles Darwin said, the difference in mind between man and the higher animals, great as it is, certainly is one of degree and not of kind. And I'm thinking, why are we talking about ourselves as higher animals, as opposed to, dogs and sheep and camels? So anyway, the dog says, 90% of our genetic makeup is the same as yours. But you, my friend, 22 feet from your mind, I better start that again. 90% of our genetic makeup is the same as yours. But you, my friend, 22 feet from your mouth to your anus. It's all right, kid. Dogs understand. They know what it means to be human. Still, the doctor who said the purpose of dogs is to stimulate the subcortical reward system, that doctor needs a doctor. The purpose of dogs is for you to walk around after us with a little bag. And just a couple more from this selection. This is called interspecies healing, a specialty. And the dog says, so what is consciousness? 75% of the brain consists of water. The surface of the earth, 75% water. And a banana, too, 75% water. You and your melancholia. You know what it is? A brain? A salty tissue and membrane soup. Woof, fucking woof. I'm not the dog I was, and you, well, you're not the dog you were either. But brains you got, 3 pounds, you people. 100 billion neurons. 1.6 pints of blood flow through the brain every minute. Problem with you now is you live in the past. You've got one oscillation with a frequency. We got another. Dogs are never away, are they? But you, tell me, you think God is present in you one way and in me another? Look at me. If you have eyes, you have feelings. And what do they call it? Interspecies healing. You want to get better? You're getting better. It's the idea of dogs as healers. So I'm going to switch to some poems from this volume. And, this is a poem that Garrison Keillor read on Writer's Almanac. I've long been a fan of hearing poems read out loud. It's good being here. It's good being in New Jersey. I've been living in Santa Cruz now for more than 25 years. Every now and then I need to get out. Art supports the fitting. My dad was born in Russia more than 100 years ago and moved to the States from Russia, and the name Sward became Sward at the Ellis Island, and he was brought up Orthodox Jewish, and later in life, after some mishaps, including my mother's death, he became a Rosicrucian, stayed with that for the rest of his life, maybe 30, 40 years of that. And I have a book that's called Rosicrucian in the Basement, where my dad would, in a very conservative neighborhood, he's a podiatrist, he's a foot doctor. In order to practice Rosicrucianism, he would go into the basement and light incense and burn candles and convert lead into gold. And so it was a nice profession. So this is called Art Supports, the fitting. Greets me in the waiting room, father with waxed 5 eyeless shoes. Son too, with spit-shine 5 eyeless shoes. This is how I was brought up. I do it to show respect. Value your feet. Okay, unsock those feet of yours, he says. Let me see the thumbs. I unlace my floor shines, moist feet emerging from a cave of leather. Father holds up art supports, curved knife in his hand as he shakes his head and trims just so. Remind me, why do I need these things, I ask? Weak ankles and spine, he says. Poor posture. Your feet are fine. Truth is, you should be more like your feet. Robust feet, healthy feet. Take a lesson from your feet, he says. Feet appreciate custom made. No Dr. Scholl's for these feet. Slips in the inserts, arch support like a shoe inside a shoe, leather inside leather. Every step I take, you're going to be there, I say. Every step, he says, every step of the way. And I had an earlier book called God is in the Cracks. And that's how the light gets in. It's a paraphrase of what Leonard Cohen saw. God is in the cracks. So again, it's the Father speaking. And the Father says, just a tiny crack separates this world from the next. And you step over it every day. God is in the cracks. Foot propped up, nurse hovering, phone ringing. Relax and breathe from your heels. Now that's breathing. So tell me, have you enrolled yet? Enrolled in the Illinois College of Podiatry. Dad, I have a job, I teach. Well, I'm a man of the lower extremities. Dad, I'm 43. So what, I'm 80. I knew you before you began wearing shoes. Too good for feet, he asked? I, me, mind. That's all I get from your poetry. Your words lack feet. Forget the mind. Mind is all over the place. There's no support. You want me to be proud of you? Be a footman. Here's some, he says, handing me back my shoes. Try walking in these, arch supports. Now there's a subject. Someday you'll write about arch supports.